You could say what you want, how you close out a game, and I thought our receivers bounced back in the second half, but it has to be from the get go. You can't have for sure four, if not five, drop passes. How are you going to have sustained drives? Christian, we were, and I look at this Who Dat Nation, we were 30% third down conversion. That's been Achilles' heel. We only 37% for the season. You got to be 45 or above because overall defense, if we end up giving up 38%, and we were at a high level. If you look at it, 37%. So it is what it is there. But if you look at the history, Christian, of the Saints and Falcons, we all know no matter what the records, you could throw it out the window. It's kind of 50-50 proposition. We could have made it overall the series to be 52-52. Now it's 53-51 in Atlanta's favor. Now Sean Payton has won 21 games, but now he's lost 10 against the Falcons. If you look at it, Christian, we won 6 of the last 7. Now we won 6 of the last 8. But with that being said, it was a very humbling loss. It just shows you the National Football League, how trying it is. Now, what I mean by trying, and you look at a quarterback like Matt Ryan. Okay, we gave up a quarterback passer efficiency rating of 79 coming into the game. Well, Matty Ice was at 136. That is winning football, Who Dat Nation. When you look at that, 136 with Matt Ryan, 23-30, the ball that had hit the ground too often. He was 343 yards. But the key was, we've always talked about this. We got a sack 3 times or more in the Saints win, and we only ended up getting 2 sacks. It was a very humbling loss. We're a -1 in the turnover margin. Now we +6 for the season. But the bottom line is we kind of shot ourselves in the foot. You can't have the penalties. We did not have that against Tampa Bay. We had that against Atlanta. You have 10 penalties, 9 or more, or 100 yards is like giving up a touchdown. Well, we had 10 for 74 yards. So we lost 27-25. But we're behind the 8 ball trying to play catch up when all said and done. Christian, I agree with you 100%. When all said and done, when you look at contribution, you cannot have Who Dat Nation, when you think about this, you cannot have Alvin Kamara being the leading rusher and the leading pass receiver. I mean, right now, receiving core sucks. The bottom line is they're not productive enough what it takes to win football games. Now, you might say Trevor Siemian. Trevor Siemian had a good enough quarterback rating. If the catch hit, it'd been over 100. So when I get a text like this, and I'm looking at a couple of texts, is that Trevor Siemian sucks. Keep Taysom in. Who is this cat? Is he watching the game 94-75? Keep Taysom in, dumbasses. I mean, what is he? Is he watching the game or he just hating? He's not realizing what it truly takes to win the game. We are built on the whole team atmosphere as far as special teams, offense and defense. Our defense to come up with a crucial stop. The bottom line is we got to come up with a critical stop. We cannot let all of a sudden Cordell Patterson, who's like a bigger version of Deontay Harris, to have 6 targets, 6 catches for 126 yards. He averaged 21 yards a reception. How about Kyle Pitts? He had 3 catches, and he averaged 21 yards a catch. What? I mean, come on, defense, because that's the way we structured. I'm not saying that, okay, if we had a more explosive offense, that might be the difference. But we gave way too much up to Cordell Patterson, Kyle Pitts, when all said and done. You look at Deontay Harris. I ain't worried about Deontay Harris. I know he's healthy. He's hell when he's well. And I think that's what we're counting on, not only a return game, but as a receiver, he had 152 total yards when all said and done. But this is a disappointing loss. This was very similar to the Giants, but worse because we had the lead. Now, here we had to come back against Atlanta. But Atlanta and the Giants, they ain't going nowhere. They ain't winning anything. So we shouldn't lose. But that's a roller coaster. How can you beat a team like the Packers and Tampa Bay and lose to the Giants in Atlanta?
Play up and down to your competition.
Up and down. So what's going to happen, Christian? That's 9-8, 8-9. Maybe you might get to 10 wins. and all of a sudden, double-digit wins, you're in the postseason. But that's what's going to occur. All you're doing, you're biting your fingernails, and you just ticked off when all's said and done. If I look at this, we averaged 4.5 yards a run. We gave up 1.4. That is winning football. Now, I think one thing we did not do this game that we did in previous games, we didn't take away the football. Did we take away the football? No. We were -1 in the turnover margin. Now we +6 for the season. And that's positive because we're still amongst the best. But the way we structured, we got to win that turnover battle and at least be on the plus side. Very frustrating loss, but it just gets to me when I look at a number of these texters and when they look at it like, because when you win, you get too much of the glory of the quarterback. If you don't win, you're going to get the blame. When they want to blame Trevor Siemian, why is he in the game? I mean, are you watching the game? Are you watching? Because it's a team sport. It's not golf or tennis. I say this all the time. When you have an opportunity to catch the ball and hit you in the hands, that's the difference whether you win or lose. Because the margin of error is that close in the National Football League. So that, to me, gets, I don't know, they're trying to get my goat or something. They're trying to get me all of a sudden to get my heart rate up. And they go, well, we need a different quarterback. What are you talking about?
Bobby, on our Facebook chat, our live Facebook chat, a listener wants to know, should the Saints pursue Odell Beckham Jr.?
Well, Odell or whatever, we need playmakers. We need playmakers at the wide receiver position because right now, to me, is the game too big for a number of receivers? Listen, Callaway, Kenny Stills, they all, Adam Troutman. Come on, dude. I mean, you have a great opportunity to be a stud tight end. We've had studly tight ends under Sean Payton. You can't be hit or miss. Right now, Adam Troutman is kind of a hit or miss. Traquan, I think, is getting better, but he'll never be a number one. He'll never be a number one receiver. Right now, we can't have Alvin Kamara being our number one receiver. When all said and done, that's what we cannot have. When you look at it, Christian, like I said, we only had 2 sacks. We've sacked Matt Ryan 3 times or more. We've won. It ain't even been close. For instance, I'm going to bring this up because I brought this up in the pregame. Matt Ryan has been sacked only 12 times this year. So now he has 14 sacks. But the Saints have historically had success. They brought him down 30 times in the past 6 meetings. So now he has 32 in the past 7 meetings. Christian, that's why we won those games. You talk about the winning streak and getting after, but you got to give Matt Ryan a lot of credit how he hung in there with Atlanta to get it done. But there's a lot of blame to pass around. You cannot dig yourself a hole and expect it would be somewhat of a miraculous comeback in NFL standards, considering how far we are down. But a very disappointing loss because it's 2 for 1. Because it's a division opponent. We're now, Christian, in the NFC South. You know what we are? Now who that nation? We're 1-2. We lost to Carolina. We beat Tampa Bay, and now we lost to Atlanta. No, we need to go at least 4-2, if not 5-1 or undefeated, to win like 5 NFC South titles in a row.
That's a wrap for Bobby's rant. Coming to your calls next here on The Point After on the New Orleans Saints Radio Network.